spray.
What's up, YouTube? How's everybody doing today? Oh, someone's got some echo going, and I'm waiting on YouTube. That way I can get that side all muted. Oh, still waiting. Oh, it'll wait. There we go. It took it a while. So we got Casper up there, and I got Cajun here.
Hello, everybody.
How's everybody doing? What's up, Junkyard? What's up, Daryl?
What's up,
Thank you.
Junkyard?
Hey, Cool Gamer.
Hey, Daryl. Gamer. My honey Missy. Monsieur
Hey.
Mark in the house.
Yep.
Monsieur
Well,
Mark.
let me go over here and
Raging. Oh, I forgot about Raging. Hold on.
I'm gonna send the link out to all right, Mark, check your messenger. Send you the link. What's up, Raging? Yep. I hit 400 subs. Actually, it's 401.
Woohoo!
Yep. Almost halfway there to the 1,000.
See, now you're going to be strutting your stuff.
Getting there, yeah. It's only taken, what, almost 3 years? I know one thing with this new camera I got and everything, that's going to make it a lot easier to videotape everything. Quality of it seems to be a lot better than just using the phone too. I can have it on the stand. I mean, I used it earlier to record that video for Crystal on her channel.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Missy. So, of course, I didn't have it on the stand for that like I did for the one earlier.
I found out my phone's got a, well, I knew it had 3 different lenses.
Right.
Well, anyway, yeah, there it is. 3 different lenses plus a little light on the back.
Right.
But I didn't know it had that one of them was a macro lens.
Ah.
Like for looking at coins and stuff. You put that sucker on macro and it, boom, man, that sucker pops out at you like that there. It's like,
That makes it a lot easier. Get that sucker mounted in some kind of a stand. That way you can have your phone and everything right above it. And you can be looking at your coins.
I got a buddy of mine. He put a macro lens, external macro lens on his with a rubber band, like a loop, you know. And what's up, Briggs? And
Hey, what's up, Briggs?
And he had, I forget how he had his phone. He had some kind of little whole books that was, he had them stacked up and he had an opening in them. And he just set the phone, you know, a little piece of the phone on each end of the phone on the book. And yep, he had light in there because it was dark with the books all, you know, around.
Right.
Put a light in there and that's how you did it.
That'll work.
Yeah, that's old Blue Ridge, Blue Ridge Silverhound.
All right.
He's been in the coin community, but before I was, put it that way, about a year before I was, 6 months to a year. He's got a big channel, you know, a big following.
Right.
Yeah. He's pretty popular. Me and him did a few lives together.
Okay.
We respect each other, put it that way.
Yeah. Well, Mark Andeli had checked his messenger on Facebook. I just looked and it's like, nope, he ain't looked at it yet. I guess him and Sandy are too busy to be able to come up on stream tonight. What's up, Eek? Let's see. I don't believe I'm friends with him on Facebook. That way I can't message
Hey, Ken.
him.
Who's that, Ken or?
Yeah, that's Eek. Damn, Briggs, got you another one?
He's outlawing them.
Yep. Here comes our favorite trucker.
Well, you want to send Ken a link or something?
Yeah, well, I was letting him know that there's my email. I'm gonna pin
Oh,
that.
I got that.
Oh, well, I'd rather have it that way. He can email me.
Oh, okay.
That way, I've got it. If he'll send me an email to that, then that way I can be very easy able to send him one. And Rajan, you've got it up there also. So that way you can just email me, and I can always just be able to send it to you then.
Okay. Okay.
That way you don't have to wait, have someone else send out the links. And someone's going to be having some good venison then for a while. Well, Ken, I guess you go into the wrong places. You ain't going to Lowe's or Harbor Freight, Home Depot. You ain't going to Walmart. Okay. That'll work, Ken. Like I said, hey, just send me an email. That way I've got, a way of getting a hold of you. Oh, that's nice, Briggs. Donate one of them deer to the food bank. That'll work. That'll help out.
I think I might have said it to the right person. I don't know.
Let's see here. Sent from your Verizon Samsung Galaxy smartphone. Let's see. All right. Let me know if you got a response back. All right.
Good to go.
Good.
Good to go.
Yep. That way, then I'll get it all set up and everything. Where just type in and it'll pop up for you. Damn.
Huh.
I don't know. I mean, might be able to talk certain truck driver if he's up in the New York area to pick it up.
No. Yeah.
He ain't going up in that on that highway where he'll lose the front end of his truck. 6 foot deep potholes.
Well, he don't want to get caught up in all that white stuff.
This truck and their toll fees up there is
Don't
not
get
going.
along.
No.
They don't get along, huh? That truck and them toll fees.
Yeah.
How expensive is it on the toll roads up there?
It's expensive.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
I heard it was $100 to cross the GWB.
Damn.
Talking. You're probably talking around $300 just for the Pennsylvania toll road.
Damn.
Yeah.
To get
Now you have to see why I don't like going up into that area.
Oh, you're talking about a cab sticker? $300 for a cab sticker, cab card?
No, just to hit the toll roads.
Oh, I thought you meant. You remember? Well, no, you don't remember that. You wasn't trucking back then. We had to buy cab cards, cab stickers. Usually they were on the doors of the cab, but they did away with it. They gave you had a 3-ring binder. They gave you the binder, the pages with all the stickers in it. You just paid X amount of dollars, or your company that you was leased to paid for it. That's what mine did. My company paid for mine.
Daryl saying it was like $250 minimum just to get in and out of New York.
Yeah. So I think somebody had said, on a live panel not long ago, $100 to cross the bridge.
Hey, Cajun.
Yeah, I remember
that.
That's what that's what all the permits in this book are.
Okay. For different states.
I've got the cab card. I've got the New York Hub sticker. I just don't know which New York.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0 tolls in my area. In Louisiana, we got one bridge, and quite a few ferries. It's $1 to go westbound. It's free coming back eastbound. It's free.
Well, I think the government takes enough taxes between paychecks, property, and everything else. Toll roads are absolutely stupid.
Well, they say that they're just going to do it until it's paid for. Bull butter.
Yeah.
They are raising the fees pretty much every year on all those toll roads.
Yep. And I guarantee you that they're not ever going to get that road paid off.
Oh, it'll be paid off. They just say it's not.
Yeah. Well, I know that Crystal was saying that there's a toll road that goes in between Chickasha and Oklahoma City. It's like, I think, $2 to go through it. There's only one toll booth. But she said that thing's been there for at least 20 to 30 years.
To run the Oklahoma toll roads, ranging from I think from Tulsa all the way down past Oklahoma City, you're probably looking at around $100 in this semi.
Damn.
Oh, because it's a truck. That's why. Big truck.
Yeah.
2 different fees for 2 different vehicles. 4-wheelers, they got it easier because they might pay $1 or $2 or less than $10 to run that whole toll.
20 and 30.
Yeah.
Or more.
Now that toll road, we don't mind running that often, but I'll run the back down 69 through Big Cabin and stuff like that before I run that toll road.
Well, I know the few times that I've gone up to Oklahoma, the only time I've ever hit a toll road was going between, like I said, Oklahoma City and Chickasha, and that was at one. And I mean, it was worth the $2 because it was going to save about 30 to 45 minutes. So you figure, if it's going to save me, 30 to 45 minutes in time wise, how much is that in gas and everything? I mean, it's going to be, saving me more than just, $2 in gas.
Right.
So I would say like this, yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, toll
When I
roads
was
are somewhat worth it.
when I was running that crawfish plant over here in Woodlawn, not far from where I'm at right now, I was doing that for a guy that he was from Grand Chenier, well, my stomping grounds, my area, brought up in. He had a restaurant in Houston on FM 1960, and when the crawfish place shut down here, he imported me to Texas over there, and I was in. He didn't have no choice. He cut his thumb off right there, that first joint, and they screwed it back on. And he was walking around like this all the time with a big bandage of cast or whatever around it. And so I was balling the crawfish and the crabs in the restaurant. So he says, "You got a batch just done?" I said, "Yep." He says, "Ball another batch real quick. I need you to make a delivery." He said, "The sacks, they're gonna load them while you're doing this." I said, "Well, I can load a couple sacks." He said, "No, it's 10 sacks." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." He says, "I don't want you to get all that all over your clothes, you know, because I go out in the front a lot because people want to talk to the ball master, you know."
Right.
So anyway, they don't want me smelling. So anyway, uh, he said, "Oh, here's $5." I said, "What's that for?" He said, "Tolls." He said, you're going to take the new beltway. It wasn't even completed yet, but in certain areas they had tolls." So I'm like, "All right." So I'm getting him a Power Stroke diesel truck with the crawfish uh, thing on the back, the box. And Jeff drives up. He says, "Where you going?" I said, "I got to go down to so and so. I got 14 sacks all together, 10 sacks at one spot, 2 in one, 2 in another." He said, "Oh, here, you're going to need this." He gave me the express pass to put on my mirror.
Right.
And I'm like, "Okay, thanks." I pocketed that money. That was wrong.
Daryl's saying that GW should have been rebuilt 40 years ago.
Probably.
It should have been rebuilt 40 years ago. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Should have been rebuilt. Yeah. But Briggs is saying it's like $110 for a semi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
to
what I
go
mean.
across
I
the
heard it
bridge.
somewhere on here, and that's a lot of money to cross a bridge, man.
That's
You
one
know,
thing I see is how much money some of these toll roads collect per day compared to how much they say that it's going to cost. Not only for building it and also to maintain it,
Look,
and how
look at
to get
how
it
many
built.
cars and trucks actually cross that in a day's time.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. How many of them go over it and everything? How much money they're bringing in and everything?
hundreds of
And
thousands.
right,
Oh yeah,
and to me, the way things should be, that road should already be paid off, say in 10 years.
Yeah, well, they ain't never gonna. I don't think they're ever gonna eliminate the roads up there. I mean, they're just a money grabbing state.
it's going into it's lining pockets. Is what it's doing.
Yeah,
Pocket roads.
that's the only problem is someone's getting to be a fat cow over it all,
Yes, sir.
and it shouldn't be. Now, if the governor of the state had big enough set of cojones, they'd step up and go, "Hey, we need to, where's all this money going?" And I guarantee you, a bunch of that would stop right then and there.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that some of them toll collectors are lining their pockets a little too. There's a way to
Probably.
get around, because if you're getting cash in your hand instead of in a machine or whatever, if a toll keeper is getting cash in his hand,
Right.
yeah, he'll just forget to write that one truck down.
Well, did y'all hear about? I was telling Crystal about the video I saw this morning on Facebook or YouTube. It was up in Tulsa, okay, and this is dealing with the past, midterm elections. It seems that at one polling place, the people running it, they were failing to hand out the correct slips and everything to people. There was one that was supposed to be sent out that was for basically everything, and then you had another one that was supposed to be handed out for like city officials. Okay, someone reported that if you were coming in as a Republican, you were not handed that slip. Only independent and Democrats were handed that slip. The sheriff has already come in, and the polling people they said, well, that's what we were told to do, not hand it out to Republicans. That ain't their job. Their job is to hand that out to anybody and everybody, that one particular slip, and they failed to do it. And they figured that there was at least 40 people that didn't get a chance to cast a vote because of that. And I'm going, if that happened there, just at that one location, and within an hour and a half, what was it like at other polling locations? I mean, if you're going in to cast a vote and you're not allowed to, that to me that's basically 7-10 running it. It's rigged. Junkyard, nope. Let's see. Billy, he's over in Arizona. Of course, Cajun, he's in Louisiana. Raging, we have no idea where the hell he's going to be at every day. He could be in one state one day. He could be in one state in the morning and be in 3 other states later in the afternoon. So we have no idea where in the lower 48 he's at. But we know states he won't go to.
Not this time of year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, this time of the year we know where he won't be at. Of course, Briggs, yeah, he's up there in New York. I'm down here in Texas. And he's out there in the East Coast. Daryl's out on the East Coast.
Hey,
For living wise, I live in Tennessee now.
yeah. Raisin's from Louisiana.
Yeah, but he don't call it home anymore.
No, not anymore.
Louisiana will always be my home, no matter what. But yeah.
Hey, you can take the ball out of Louisiana, but you can't take Louisiana out of the ball.
That's true. That's like for me, being with Houston.
I'm a Cajun born and Cajun bred. When I die, I'll be a Cajun dead.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Well, Soniac.
yeah. Now that would be a fun trip, Daryl. He's saying next load he wants us to Hawaii.
Say, just load me on the plane and get me there.
Yeah, you want me to take a load to Hawaii? It's going to cost you around 40 or 50,000.
Hey, I'll be glad to take a load out there to Hawaii on that cruise ship. It'll be a one-way ticket. Now that is one state I definitely want to go to, because being for like in the World War II military and everything, I definitely would want to go out there for everything that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Because they still got the some of the hangars out there that's still in use today that still have some of the bullet holes in it. You can still see where the bullets hit the concrete and ricocheted and everything off. And yes, I'd like to go out there see the Arizona, what's left over, before she's totally gone.
Yeah, we're still sitting in Calexico, California.
Thank you, E. appreciate that. Yep. Yeah, Junkyard Hawaii definitely would be a very historical trip. Now, I do know a lot of people they like going on the Alaska cruises and everything. Hey, Dave's oh, hang on, Dave's not here.
Dave's not here, man.
Yeah, Dave's not here. But I do know that I saw on video on YouTube they had a tragedy on a cruise excursion down in the Antarctica. I don't know if y'all heard about that or not.
No, sure didn't.
Yeah, there was down there. You know, when they get into Antarctica and everything, they have those rubber. That's kind of like the rubber pontoon style boat with the motor and everything in the back.
Oh, Kodiak.
Yeah, it's a Kodiak. That's it. But anyways, hey William, it's 6 passengers and 2 crew members, and they're always checking the weather and sea conditions before they will go out on those excursions. And that morning, everything was fine. They had no problems with rough water or anything. So they had the Kodiak loaded up with 6 passengers, 2 crew members. They were out and about, and all of a sudden a roadway came up, capsized the Kodiak, and unfortunately, 2 people did not survive.
Now, what happened? A wave, or the seas got rough, or what?
A rogue wave came up.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. So I mean, it was something that was totally unexpected. And like I said, it flipped the Kodiak over where everybody went in the water.
And it's cold.
Yeah. Now down in Antarctica, that water is sub-freezing. So you get in that water, you do not have long.
Oh, you got to get out within a minute.
Right. And so, like I said, 2 people they didn't make it.
And then if you get out, you still got to find a place that's warm. You know, like get back in the boat. If you get thrown out, you get back in the boat. You got to hurry up and get back to wherever and
Right.
get you out your clothes and get warm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Briggs, that was a very nice hot water heater. He sent me a picture saying that got a new hot water heater and told his wife got him a brand new hot water heater, and it's I can't make out the month, but it's probably about an 80-gallon air compressor. And she believed it.
Hey, William, David.
I'm sitting where I can pick up a rock and throw it over the damn border.
Over the border?
Yep, over the Mexico border.
Damn. Oh, you down here in Texas, huh?
No, I'm down here in Calexico, California, right next to the border.
Ah.
Oh, that's why they call it Calexico, because it's right on the border. I didn't know they had a town down there, but you right there by Tijuana then. Not far.
Tijuana is south of San Diego.
Yeah.
I think Mexicali is south of Calexico.
Okay.
So he's down there close to Baja, California.
Pretty much, I reckon.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sand
Briggs,
dunes.
I'll agree. California is worse than New York.
Yeah, but they got better roads.
Better weather. That's the only good thing about California is they got better weather.
That Needles Road that comes from Earp, California, well, it's not really Earp. You got to go to the west a little bit to Junction, whatever, and then head north to Needles. Man, that desert road, you talk about smooth as glass, and they got them hills, them little hills you go up and then down. It's like a roller coaster almost. Makes your stomach kind of go up, get that funny feeling. And that's a smooth road, man. I was doing 80 on that sucker at one time.
William, I don't know if Raging can see it, but Raging, William's asking, what do you haul? In my opinion, it's like whatever pays the most.
Pretty much. Anything that'll go in a dry van or a dry box.
Yep. Mexico it's okay. I've been there a couple of times already. Now, there are areas in Mexico that I would say are good to be at. And then there's areas like you don't want to be there from sun up to sun up.
Nope.
Yeah. I went because first time I went there, actually, not the first time, but on the first cruise I went on, we went stopping. This was down into the Yucatan Peninsula, and the excursion we had was for going to the Chichen Itza Mayan ruins down there. We got into Progreso, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going, they have this as a cruise port. I'm going, what are they thinking? It's like, we had to literally take a shuttle bus from the cruise ship all the way to the end of the dock, catch another one from there to where we had to catch the bus going to Chichen Itza. And when we got to that second bus, I mean, we had people all, walking around asking for money. And then looking at the way the town was built, I'm going, I don't feel safe here. Poor and run down as that thing was. Now you get over into Cozumel, oh my God, you're talking about night and day, apples and oranges. Big difference.
You get some good food down there, though.
In Cozumel, yeah. Because I had that beach excursion and everything, and it was open bar, open buffet. So basically, all I wanted to drink and all I could eat.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pigging out and drinking a lot. But man, I tell you, down there, you got so many different pharmacies and everything. You just walk in and, I mean, they'll sell you Viagra right over the counter for like $20. I mean, no, I don't need it. But, I mean, I think if I wanted to buy some amoxicillin or something like that, I could have got that right over the counter, no problem, for like $10-15.
You can get any kind of substance like that down there for really cheap from anybody. You just walk up to somebody, you got it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now Jamaica, that's a different story.
Jamaica,
yeah, you can get just about no problem getting some of that herbal stuff. You got everybody and their brother selling it and their sister. What really got me was, and what really got me was even the bus driver we had could sell it to me. And it's okay to be firing one up out in public.
Yep.
They don't have a problem with it.
I mean, let's just call it what it is. Certain states here in the U.S. don't have a problem with it no more either.
Right. Yeah, well, junkyard up like this. Basically, we had 3 stops in Jamaica. And it was like, man, we had probably 30 people asking us if we wanted to have something good to smoke. Basically, every time we turned around, we had someone say, hey, you need something good to smoke? Nope, that's okay. I mean, I go over to the little bar or the pub or whatever you want to call it down there. I mean, they had little snack food and everything at the beach. And I had probably about 3 or 4 guys right there. Walked by one table, was about 5 of them sitting there, and boy, you catch a whiff of it for sure.
Damn, Ken.
Yeah, that's a possibility, Ken. But hey, junkyard, I feel like this. From what I understand, 2 ounces or less is legal in Jamaica. Like, damn, that's quite a bit. But now the scenery and everything down there is beautiful. I like it. I mean, we got in that morning. It was raining and everything, and kind of foggy, and a little bit on the cool side. This was about, I think, 7 o'clock. We got into port. We got off the ship by 8:30. Beautiful rest of the day. I mean, sunshine. We're talking mid 80s. It wasn't, hot. Wasn't even humid. And oh man, it was beautiful. Same way going to the Bahamas. Got in this is on the second cruise I went on. Got into, hit Grand Bahamas. Was our last port, and it was raining that morning. We got off the ship and everything. We were walking over to the little boat, take us on for the excursion, and pavement and everything is all wet. We got over a little island. Everything's dry. No more rain. Beautiful rest of the day. That's why I want to go back on that cruise.
If we didn't know any better, everybody cages smoking. Yeah.
What?
Do what? You're breaking up.
I said, if we didn't know any better, everybody would think Cage is smoking a blunt right now because of the color of that cigar in his mouth.
Oh.
Yeah. What's up, Anthony?
No, that would be 710.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever see 710 up there with a cigar in his mouth? Just no. Just no.
The only thing we ever see for 710 is his hands. We don't see anything else of him.
I've seen 710 before.
Have you?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen what his face looks like. I mean, usually it's about from here down. He's always messing with cards and everything.
I'm gonna throw him under the bus real quick. I don't, I have no shame in saying, but he's not a bad looking guy.
Yeah, backstage. Actually, I think he did a face reveal in one of my live streams. Or we was backstage.
We were backstage. We were backstage.
Oh, that's what it was.
And he said hello. Back to his hands.
Yep. But
hi, Anthony.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody in chat. I'm sorry. These guys have been just yip-yapping about every little thing under the sun, and I ain't been able to say hi to anybody. I'm not trying to be rude. I just don't want to interrupt them, but I'm going to interrupt him for a minute and just say hello to everybody.
Yeah, I've been very quiet. I've been trying to get this speaker apart.
Thank you, Froggy.
Oh, Miss Money says hi. And now she coughs again. And now she's dying again.
Hey, Froggy. Hey, Anthony.
Yeah, I can't believe I finally hit 400 subs.
That's about time. You've been snow crawling this.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, it's been coming and going. Getting there slowly.
I'm glad you got it.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's only been, let's see, come March will be 3 years.
I mean, I've been on here for 3 years and I'm barely over 700 on the Money Channel.
Yes.
I should be in the thousands, but I'm not.
All right, Junkyard, you take it easy.
I figured once I really start doing the video content like I want to, where I got the channel where I wanted to start doing it, it'll start rolling in with other topics and everything. Just getting back from surgery now, back to work, and my body is just not liking this going back to work thing. I'm just done. And I got this, like, it's really easy to do it, but then I'll be hurting halfway through it, and I'll just be like, I'll do videos halfway through them, and then I'll just end up deleting them because it's just like, I'm just hurting too bad to even, I'm like, you know what, I'm done. I'll do it. I'll do it when I get better. I'm just done.
Yeah, like I say, I've been working at it. I know I haven't been putting out a lot of videos lately, just with health issues.
You've
I
been
just
doing a
have
lot
not
more videos than I have. I haven't put out a video on the Money Maniacs channel in 3
last
months,
year.
3 months, 4 months. I mean, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah.
It's definitely been a minute.
Right. Well, I've been wanting to just with the way the my health issues have been,
That's me.
I just have not felt like being able to get out and do anything. That's the
I
only
mean,
problem.
just like on Cajuns yesterday when I was talking about the NGC thing, I wanted to make that into videos, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it on the Cajun. I might still make videos on it. I don't know, but
Right.
get more in depth
Hey,
and detailed with it. But I don't know.
But
I mean, my body going from sleep on the couch all day back to 60 hours a week is they don't let you progress into it. It's like tomorrow. I have one person tomorrow. Remember, I had to get up at 6:30 or 12:30 at night yesterday or this morning to be out of Mojave Valley at 1 a.m. just for the person to cancel.
Oh, wow. Come on.
So I got home at 2 a.m. I got to bed about 2:45, and I just slept until 8. And my boss didn't call me for anything, and I wasn't volunteering for nothing. I took the day off. I didn't care. And now tomorrow I'm going up to St. George, Utah.
Now, did you get paid for going up there and then find out you got?
I got paid an hour because it's only 15 minutes down the road, but I got paid for an hour going. But minimum, I think federally they're going to pay me for 4.
That's good.
Because we do technically work for the state government thing. So
right.
It'll be. I can put down an hour, but I think on the paycheck they're going to put down 4. Is what they're going to put down.
Because I mean that's the thing that you should. Because I mean that's a waste of your time and gas and everything.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to went to bed later on, got up and took people to the methadone that you guys need every day, going back and forth to Kingman or Lake Havasu or whatever.
Right.
I know. Now the guy in St. George, I called him like 4 hours earlier. Or no, 6:42, 3 hours ago. And his name's Willard. All I know. Nice guy on the phone, and he said, yes, I definitely need to go. It's for a checkup, plus it's my diabetes appointment. I cannot miss it. I'm like, perfect. I'll be there. I know exactly where you're at. I go this route all the time. Me going to St. George is not an issue. Just to let you know, he said, you must be in Bullhead, so you're 4 hours away. I was like, hey, you know what's going on. I said, so you need me to be up there at 11. I'm going to leave my house at 6:30. Gives us extra time just in case I get the Vegas rush morning going to work BS crap traffic.
Right.
I go through Vegas so much. I'm so glad I don't live in Vegas anymore. Now, don't get me wrong. They got some nice coin shops up there. I'm not going to lie. They got some beautiful coin shows I love going to, that me and Miss Bunny love going to with the promoters and everything. But living there, Vegas is great for like a 3-day weekend. Anything after 3 days, maybe 5 if you're that person that can't get out except once every decade. Anything beyond that, get the out.
Yep. I did it.
At one, they're going to take your money. Casinos, bars, whatever. See, me, I'm not a gambler. Obviously, I'm a Christian, and that's not. I mean, I'm not saying that even before then I wasn't a big gambler. I love playing poker, but I got out of it after I won the World Series that one year at the Rio, and I just got out of it. It wasn't the main event. So everybody going like, "Oh my God, I didn't see what you." It was a side circuit event that I won, guys. It wasn't televised. I'm just going to tell you that right now. But after that, I just kind of got out of it. I got to the top that I wanted to be at, and I was done. I'm a show guy. I like going to the shows. If I can get decent tickets at decent prices, I like going to some of the restaurants because you can't find them anywhere else. And I'll go to those restaurants. Yeah, you're going to pay extra for those. But I'd rather pay for something I'm going to enjoy in my belly versus an hour at the machine and lose $300.
Right.
So
right. And I want for me, I went going to Vegas in '96, and I was there for a week. Stayed at Excalibur. New York wasn't even completed. They were still working on it. The Luxor had just opened, but they hadn't even finished it yet. I mean, the interior wasn't even completed.
What was that noise I just heard? Is that you, Cajun?
Huh?
Was that you? I heard almost sounded like some sort of Star Wars thing going on real quick or something sliding. Was that you, buddy?
Probably.
Sorry to interrupt, Mater.
I heard.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to get a strike or anything if it was
Right.
something going on in the background. Anyway, go
Right.
ahead.
But I enjoyed going out there. And the one thing that I learned, going to the different casinos and everything, or the hotels, are actually more the ones that've got their buffets. Okay. And every single hotel up and down the strip, they've got their own buffet. And man, you're talking about some good food. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Even
not
some-
that way anymore, though.
But
Unfortunately.
even some of them off strip, even off the strip, okay. But the thing I found out is if you go up to guest relations, you can ask them for their coupon book.
Yep.
Most of those hotel casinos, somewhere, and it's usually in the back, there's going to be a buy one get one free on their buffet.
And there's going to be buy
That's
one
the way
get
to
one.
save money.
Buy one get one shows. There's also going to be buy one get one rooms.
Yep.
Especially if you're staying the 5 day because you're getting into the weekend, they might give you the buy one get ones on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yep.
So it's a good way to save money that way. So yes, anytime if you go to Vegas, I don't care what casino, it could be the brand newest casino they put on. Go to guest reservations or go to VIP or something. Even though you're not a VIP, just say, hey, where can I get a coupon book? I know you guys have them. I was told to stop in.
Right.
And from ballet, just say something. They'll walk you to it.
Yeah.
And you'll save hundreds of dollars.
Right. And they're
Because
glad.
they're going, yeah, because they're like, I save this person hundreds of dollars. He's going to be over here playing on the slot machine with
Right.
that money. So they're going.
And I tell you, right. And that's
They're
the one
going
thing that, the girlfriend and I had, one I had at the time, it was her 2 kids and myself. So I got one in each hotel. I got a book and she'd get a book. And then when we went to the buffet, and yeah, we weren't going to Caesar's Palace. We were, of course, at Excalibur. We did their buffet. And there was, all the others up and down the strip. Okay.
Just
and
don't
what
be just don't be
I'm
one
not-
of those people, guys. If you're in chat listening and you think about going to Vegas, please don't be one of those people. What happened to Vegas Turns 5 next spring? Don't be one of those guys.
Now, about the only thing that I will say about Vegas is University of Las Vegas is definitely not a place to go. Because what you learn in Vegas usually stays in Vegas.
Yeah, UNLV is not in the best area for walking around. It's close to the airport, and unfortunately, the airport is secure enough. But when you get, if you've ever seen any crime shows like CSI or anything in Vegas where you've heard them say, a block off the strip, you're in hell. It's not a joke. Stay on Vegas Boulevard because a block off of that is ghetto. I literally lived, because I had to, a block from the Stratosphere downtown, and there was bars on the doors and bars on the windows because we were in a weekly at the time, because this was back when we got homeless and they put us in a weekly, and we were in the heart of the ghetto, and literally I could walk 500 feet and be at the Stratosphere door. As long as you're on the Vegas Strip, cops are everywhere walking, you're protected. Block off, murder alley.
Now
Do
there
not
are
do it.
right now there are some of the casinos and hotels that are off strip that are
Oh yes,
decent
oh
and
yes,
good enough
yes.
to go
Like
to.
the Rio is off strip. The New Orleans is a good if you're into music. That's a good one.
Yep.
Is off the strip. You've got
There's
the
some
Golden Nugget. You got the Golden Nugget, the Four Queens, and all of those, the Binions. But that's on the Fremont Street. Those are really good
Right.
to go to. And
Right.
you've got D Club and everything. That's off the strip.
right now.
These are really
there's
really
one
good.
that-
You got Hard Rock Cafe is off the strip.
Yeah.
And it's a really good.
Now
one.
there's I forget one, but I know the second part of the title is Station.
Oh, Palace Station. Palace
Yeah.
Station is a local casino that's off of Sahara and I-15 and Sahara. And that's where the reason I know that casino so well is because in their ballroom is where our coin show that I go to. I say I'm going to a coin show in Vegas. We're going to the Palace Station. Locals call it the train station because it's big old train. It
Right.
doesn't look like a train, but their signs look like a train, locomotive, stuff like that. Go to the Palace Station. And they got really good food. Me and Miss Money actually stayed there for the weekend when we were at the show doing it and everything. And we had a good time. That's when we we took $3,000 with us, but just for the coin show, we didn't. I think at that time we went downstairs and I think we gambled $20 just to, I think, because she wanted a margarita or something. This was years ago, just to say do something different. Like say we did it. The cafe was good. The buffet was good. I mean, even the little food spots were names I never heard of, but their sandwiches were really good. You could get tuna melts, be it hot BLTs, cold BLTs if you wanted. You could get patty melts, Reubens. I mean, it was good casinos. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, one thing I will say that I did not know about was it's what they call CAT, which is Citizens Area Transport, which is a bus, and it runs up and down the strip. Well,
yeah.
I know
Actually, now they call it the Deuce, but same thing.
Okay, but at that time it was known as CAT. Okay,
Yeah.
but like I know up in Dallas that if you get on the bus, you got the buses that make the route and everything, and they'll go up and they'll hit all here and then come back around the same location.
Right.
Okay, so it's like we didn't realize, but we wanted to that first night we got up on the bus, and I think it was like $20 for all four of us. Okay.
Yeah, and it'll go all the way down, and yeah.
Right, it'll go all the way down,
and it usually gives you. I don't know back then, but now it gives you a 8-hour pass.
Well,
now it does.
Right,
but it's $8 a person for an 8-hour pass, so you can get on and off as much as you want within that 8 hours.
Well, what we had to do for all four of us to ride, it was like $20, and luckily I had, the exact change and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But what we didn't know was when we got down to by Fremont, that the bus stopped there. You had to get off that bus and catch one going south back down to where we were at.
Sometimes the same thing with this one, depending on if that driver is going home for the night. If that driver's going home for the night, there'll be another bus waiting. Please take this card, and it will get you back onto to that bus going back up.
Yeah, well,
because right now at the end of the strip by Vegas or by the airport, is Mandalay Bay, which is the last one on the strip. Then you've got the Luxor. Then you've got Excalibur. Then you got New York. Right across the street from New York. You got the MGM. And then it goes on up and so forth to the Bellagio, Mirage, and blah, blah, blah.
Right. Well, like I said, we were staying at the Excalibur, so we took it all the way the opposite direction, and we were told no, you have to get off of this bus to catch this one, a different one going back. But I didn't have any more change and everything. The only thing I had was like 20s on me.
Right.
It's like crap. So
back then that was the thing to have. Like now people take hundreds. Back then in the 90s, the thing to take with you were 20s, maybe some 50s.
Right. But the thing about it is the bus wouldn't even give change. Mm-hmm. So in other words, if it was $25, I put 2 20s in there, I wouldn't get any change back.
You're screwed. Now, you learn real quick too. Before you go to Vegas, you learn real quick to get a strap of 1s and a strap of 5s before going. Right. Go to the bank and get a strap of 1s. For tips or whatever, for when they bring you drinks or when the bellmans or whatever, and strap for the same thing.
Right.
For the same thing. Most people go that route for the strip club, but let's put it this way. These women are not the cheap ones anymore. They're looking for the 10s and 20s. All right.
Right. Well, for me, luckily for me, I don't remember what casino it was. It was close by. I walked in there, found a cashier, got, changed out a couple 20s, got a bunch of nothing.
Shut up, Ed.
Yeah.
Shut up, Ed.
So there we go.
Is that you or Cajun?
That's Cajun.
Ah, okay. I know we're talking about Vegas, but real quick, and I've said this before, I love how close Cajun's house is to the railroad track. When I go out every morning, he'll tell you, when I go for walks, I go up to the railroad and everything, but I'm going to tell you, Cajun, I love you, but some of your neighbors aren't the best friendliest neighbors down there in the bayou. I'm just saying. They got some of them that they walk this way, you want to go whoop that way.
But I
walked by one house and it was completely cops surrounded, guns pointed. I'm like, got it, next block, keep walking that, don't go that There you go,
Yeah.
partner.
But what I was going to say is, I was going to say at that one casino, it was like after I'd walked there for probably about 30 minutes, and I had another 30 minutes walking back to the bus and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I just sat down one of the little slot machines and everything. I took out like $4 and put it in the slot machine. Next thing I know, I'm walking out there with a pocket with about $60 in quarters in it.
Yeah,
Off of
and
$4.
I miss that. There is nothing that we can get back from any casino now because they all went coinless. I wish we could get back to the coin. Yet there's just something about when you hit something big and for 30 minutes all you hear is cling, 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 cling. It's just a happy feeling.
But
It's not a happy feeling when you just go, okay, push ticket. It just took away.
Right.
It's almost like the old phones. Remember when you used to get mad at somebody, you could slam it down?
Right.
There's just
Oh,
something
yeah.
about now you just push a button. It's just not the same.
Yeah, they don't hear it playing real loud no more.
Right. But I was going to say is the funny thing is, got back to the bus stop, we found the bus and everything, and so we get up on it. He tells me how much. I'm reaching in, I'm pulling out quarters. I hand a whole bunch to her and said, "Hold this," and everything. So she's sitting right there behind the driver. I'm standing up literally right there. I'm pulling out quarters while he's driving down the road. And I'm feeding the damn coin thing. That was funny. It's like we're going down the road and I'm feeding it all those quarters. He goes, "Where'd you get all those up?" I said, "Out of the slot machine. I wasn't winning."
I like the old time slot machines. The old style, spring style they called them. We did a job, me and a buddy of mine, in Pascagoula on the south side, almost to the beach, and that was Jimmy Buffett's aunt and uncle, and they had the old time slot machine in there, and I was like, "Wow, I ain't seen one of them in years." He says, "Hey, look, the tray's full of nickels. Help yourself, you know." But I mean, I couldn't keep the money that it came out. That was just for entertainment. And I did that, and I hit the jackpot one time, and he was like, "I'm glad that thing wasn't full, because the tray would have overflowed."
Yep.
There's actually one slot machine left here at the Riverside, at Don Laughlin's Riverside, at the end of the Laughlin Strip. He actually has an old silver dollar slot machine in it, and this is no joke. You put quarters in it. You have to get. They only give you 2 rows of quarters at a time, so you keep going back as many times as you want. And you put a quarter, and if it says, you can win $, the minimum that you can win, or you can win 10, 10, 10, or if it says silver, 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 it literally, and I'm not even joking, I want to go in there and just watch somebody do it and film it if they'd let me to show you guys. It still pops out Morgan silver dollars.
Wow.
He still has them filled with Morgan silver dollars. I mean, some are cull, some are scratched. They're circulated. They're not going to be the pristine MS stuff.
Right.
But that's
And you get to keep
cool.
the Morgans
If you win them, you keep them. And then when it empties down, he fills more in. He just gets them by the bags and just fills them in.
Well, how much does it cost to play that slot machine?
One quarter at a time.
That's it.
1 quarter. Quarter, it's like a 1940 slot machine where you still got to pull it.
spring
It's solid
style,
middle,
right.
everything.
Yeah.
You got to pull
Yeah,
it.
no electronics about it.
Nothing about it. It's all spring and pulleys. No
Except
electronic.
the lights. That's the only thing electronic is.
There's no lights on it. They took the lights off. There's no electric in it. Nothing.
Oh,
It's all
dang.
spring and pulley. Yeah, he literally had it restored back to original factory, and he put it on. It's at the Riverside Casino. Just right outside my window here, all the way down at the farthest casino. And it's right when you walk it, like where you have the horseshoe where you can walk in. Right when you walk in to the double doors, you got slot machines right here in the middle, and it's right on the end.
Huh.
Does it spit out like one Morgan at a time? If you get like silver,
You have to get silver, 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 but you have to match the 3. It's got to be $10, $10, $10. And see, the thing is, if you get $10, $10, $10, it'll give you a $10 one of those casino tokens with the silver in the middle from Riverside. So you got 2 different ways of winning silver on this thing for a quarter. I'm like, okay, I'm not a gambler, but
I'm going to do this.
Right. I'm like, I might want to be. Yeah, I'll take $100 in there to try. Because even
Yeah.
if I only hit silver 3 times with $100, I broke even.
Yeah.
Because of the
Yeah.
premiums on them.
That would be worth it just going there and trying to get the Morgans.
But you know what? All these new millennial people, and I'm not picking on millennials at all, I'm not, or the Z Gen,
They are.
they know nothing about this. So people just walk by it and don't touch it all the time. I'm like, even the old snowbirds, I'm like, I figured you guys would be in line for this dang machine.
They
Yeah.
only got
I know. I would.
Get it. There'd be one machine I would play, and I'd be like, if I brought $1,000 to gamble, I know where I'm going because I'm walking.
And
home
that's
with
in
silver.
Laughlin.
Yeah, it's right over here. Next to me.
Yeah.
So-
I know where Laughlin's at from you, right across the Colorado River.
So is it only one machine that they have that set up
Yeah.
like that?
Okay. So you see, okay, you can barely see out there, but you see all the way down there. You see that last building way down there with the red light, way down there.
Down
Okay,
on the left.
it's that building.
The
Dang.
one there on the left.
It's that one, right?
Oh,
Oh, to the right. Okay. Yeah, I
There.
see it.
That one.
yeah.
That's Don Laughlin's Riverside, and that's where the machine is.
I bet you they got some good food there too.
So like I said, is it,
Why do you think I'm so fat?
yeah. So
If
now,
I'd have known about that when I was in Tucson, because I've been there, I've been by there a bunch of times.
Apparently, he's had it. Not to interrupt you, KJ, but apparently he's had it there for 35 years.
Yeah.
so
well,
like I said, now, is it now, let me ask you this: is it just that one slot machine that pays out in Morgan's? So you got to know which one to go to.
There's only one. The rest of them are all electronic. It's just one. So okay, so you have your slot machines like this in a row. Okay.
Right.
So at the end of this row, it's facing this way, facing the row. So like you'll see people playing this side and this side. You're standing like this in front of the slot machine with a bar stool, and you can just sit there and collect money. And it'll give you the $10. The $10 if you get the 10, it'll spit out one of the Riverside $10 silver gaming tokens. That's
wow.
bronze on the outside, silver in the middle. Or if you get silver, you get a Morgan silver dollar. It's random.
Just one
Pretty-
silver dollar.
Pretty sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. If you get silver, because it's 1 quarter at a time, you'll get a Morgan silver dollar. The only ones I've ever seen come out of there were 1921s, but still.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
That's
a more.
still-
It's
it's a
an
Morgan.
ounce
I
of
don't
silver.
care. I don't freaking care. Even the $10 casino tokens are $15 in silver. To me,
Yeah.
that's jackpots alone. Then they have $5, $5, $5, $1, $1, $1, and then they have a 20, 20, 20. So that's what you can win out of a quarter at a time, 1 quarter pool, 1 quarter pool. They
So
don't
what
have it
you
where you
get
have to
for
put 1, 2, 3.
555? What do you get for 555?
$5. It'll pop out what it does for the $1, the $5, and the 20. It'll pop out Ike's.
Ike's? Oh, okay.
It'll pop out Ike's, and then you can either take those to the cage and cash them back in, or just take them home with you.
All right,
Yeah,
so
you
then-
might have a key date Ike in there though.
You never know. You might even get a silver Ike because they don't never
Yeah.
check them; they just dump them all in. So you might.
Right.
So okay, so now on what? So in order, the only way you can get a Morgan to come out is hit silver, silver, silver.
Right.
Yeah. That's the only way you can get a Morgan to come out. That's like their jackpot. I got told about every 15. Now I don't know, but I've been told on an average about every roll and a half to 2 rolls of quarters, it hits a silver. So you pretty much break even with it. And I've been told about 1 out of every 3 rolls, you'll get one of the $10 gaming tokens. Now I don't know if that's just true or not, but I'm just saying out of $30, if I can get a Morgan and a gaming token, I'm making money.
Yeah.
Because the Morgan alone, I can retail it for 30, and then the gaming token is another 15 to 20 retail. That's just
Yeah,
profit.
that's
That's
That's like $50. So you go
Out
out
of
there with
30,
$20.
yeah, you're going out with 50, and he kept it that way. And he has a sign, "Win silver," and nobody goes to it. This thing is like a dessert, a deserted slot. I'm like, and I'm not a gambler anymore, but if I still was,
Ken, no. What I've done is I finally got the rest of my ceiling and everything put up, and these are just some sheets that I've got tacked up just to. Since I've got that diesel heater and everything here in the garage, I've got these sheets and everything up just to try and block off this small area to keep the heat and everything in. I mean, it's,
And I know you told me, but how much diesel do you go through again? Heating that area?
it depends upon how long I run it, but
Okay.
I can go through. I usually, if this heater here, it's filled up, I'll run maybe a gallon a day,
Oh,
and
I
okay.
don't even
So,
think that much, huh?
gallon,
well, it
gallon
depends on
and a half.
how long he's.
Right now, if
Hey,
I fire
quiet! I'm live.
right now, if I do fire this diesel heater up, say first thing in the morning, say about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I can run it almost all day long, almost on a full tank, and that's about a gallon.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, Ken, that's the only reason I got these sheets up here, and then back here. No, it's just for trying to block off the rest of the garage. That way, I've only got this area to try and keep warm, or because eventually, like I said, what I want to do is I want to have the whole thing, floor and everything, even on the other side. But I want to get it kind of insulated. Also upstairs, I'm going to put an attic ladder, and that way I've got way to get up there. That way I've also got it for storage. But down through this where this wall here is, that eventually once I get the garage straightened out after that tree had landed on it, get all straightened. This is actually going to be a wall that's all going to be framed in, and it'll have sheetrock and everything on it. And on that side, will be woodworking and everything, because that's where I've got that jointer. I'll have the table saw. I'll have the planer, um, toy number 2, which I still got to get all that set up over there because I got to get that tiller. I still got to get that tiller operational so I can get it out. So
Oh,
I've got
yeah.
room over there, and I've still got a whole bunch of stuff over there I need to get taken out, and everything. But I've got the electric and everything. I still got to get run. I've still got my lights still hanging up back in there. I mean, if you saw the video I did earlier for that wall, I closed in because we're that in the very back. That's the north wall of the garage, but that's where that door is for you slide open for having the car come in. Well, I mean, it's got the gaps, this, that, and the other in it, and I know a couple years ago when I was doing a live stream, I had plastic back there. You can see that wind just blowing that plastic. So I just, took the storage shed I started on, and since that's got to get moved out of the way, hey, it's perfect size. Going in there, I took it, got it all framed up, put some plywood on it, and I took another sheet and everything, put over the top of it to help block off some more of that wind. It's just, I'm just doing stuff to keep it, more comfortable inside the garage. That way it's not hot, it's not cold.
Hey, where did my screen boogers go to?
What, the ones here?
He covered it up.
Hey, you talking about these up here?
That's my screen boogers, yeah.
Yeah, well, they're right there.
There you go. All right. Rachel was here that night.
Yeah,
He had them holes in there, and I thought it was something on my screen.
Yep.
And then I looked at Johnny's on his side on the tablet where he was watching from, a different monitor, and
Oh
they
boy,
were there. So I said, there's got to be some holes in that sheet or something.
there goes the neighborhood.
Hey, Ed, how you doing? Choo-choo. That's right. Choo-choo.
Yeah, I'll be in Las Vegas next year.
Comment ça va après-midi, Ed? Ça va? Oh, I got my speakers fixed, Nader.
Did you?
Yeah, that's probably what Money heard. And then I unplugged it. It was unplugged. It was unplugged, but the other part wasn't unplugged. The USB. See, it runs off 5 volts. Okay. And all the electronics are in one speaker. and then a wire comes out and goes to the other one. So when I was the knob was dirty, filthy, and I got this $30 a can stuff right here.
Damn.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
that
it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Oh.
Actually, that one was 20. The one next up is 30. Anyway, I couldn't get the speaker apart, so it's glued together. I said, well, I'm not gonna cut it, go through all that. So I just took the front knob off, undid the nut holding it in the washer, and I couldn't see it. It was such a tight hole, no tolerance. So I filled that little well up with that spray and moved it in and out, and it got in there. And then I started turning the knob, the potentiometer, and it got real free. It was that dirty. I mean, you could tell the difference. And so I plugged everything back in, and I went to, I could still hear y'all. I had myself muted. I could hear y'all, but I went to a YouTube movie that me and Johnny couldn't hardly hear last night because of that. And I could hear it plain as day. That thing roars now.
Good.
It's fixed. And that stuff there will creep into that. That's what I like about that stuff.
Oh, you said that you want me to remind you about
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, that kit. Oh, 2 kits actually. All right. You know how we are since Ed's here. I was kind of waiting on Ed to jump in here. Because I think he was the one talking about it at one time.
I sent him an email for the link.
Okay. I got a buddy of mine in Florida. Okay, he's a small engine mechanic. We were in a forum together a while back, about 3-4 years ago. We all left because of one administrator, moderator, administrator, whatever. And they begged us to go back, but we said no. That's all right, not unless you get rid of that administrator, because he was giving us a bunch of flack. Well, anyway, he sent a bunch of us, everybody that was in the forum, which is our little clique, our club, and we get together on email and Facebook, a little private thing right there. And he sent me email about a rigid, which Ed was talking about one time, drill and impact driver. All right, now I got this right here. Let me pop this up. I'm going to share my screen.
All right.
If you don't mind.
No.
He's gonna share it.
Yeah, I'm going to share it. Okay.
Well, East Coast can. The reason I wasn't being so talkative, there was an auction going on. They actually had one of those 9/11 coins, but it got so expensive. It was graded by PCGS. It was a Proof 70, but it got so high that I was trying to bid it for you. I would have bought it, and then later on, whenever you would have wanted it. But unfortunately, when they hit $60 and climbing, I went, yeah, no,
It's not worth it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you'll go to a coin shop, you'll find them for 65 all day. But I was trying to get it for 50 just to try to save the man some money. I'm not going to spend more than that. What I think it should be worth, not what people. It's an auction, so they're just. I want to spend money.
Kind of like that one site that I look at every now and then on coins, and the price on that stuff, it's like, nope. All right.
That's why me and Cajun say. That's why me and Cajun say, with that $100 bill, you got extremely lucky. I don't know how you. God was smiling on you on that one. That's all I got.
Yeah. Okay. This right here. Can you make it? Can you present it?
Full screen it.
Yeah.
Go all the way to your side and full screen. There you go.
There you go. All right. That is the rigid set. You get the charger, 2 batteries. They're only 2 amp hour batteries though.
I got a question real quick for you. Is one of them a drill and one of an impact? I don't know.
Yeah, impact driver. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. The big one. where my cursor is right here.
Yeah.
That one. That's the drill, and there's your impact driver.
Okay, I'm learning.
Two batteries,
I'm learning.
two tools and these are 100. These are brushless though, and it's $139. Okay, so that's kind of comparing, and I like Rigid. Okay, I never had a battery tool for Rigid, but I like Rigid too. He's been having not this set, a different set for that was $230 15 years ago or whatever, and now at 139 for the brushless. His wasn't a brushless; they were the brushes.
Now I'm going to ask a question since I'm learning here. Is this a good price for these, or is this a little high?
Yeah, that's a good price right there. Like okay, Mater, he gets the battery kit.
Mm-hmm.
He gets 2 batteries and a charger, and he gets a free tool. But that's how much, Mater? 150.
It's $149.
150. Okay.
Yeah.
This is less, and so when you get 2 tools, and Rigid makes a good tool. Now this one here, okay, I'm going to take this one down.
I've heard of Rigid before, so
Yeah. Well, plumbers, that's all plumbers ever used for years and years was Rigid.
Yeah.
Pipe wrenches and stuff like that, and pipe
Is,
cutters, pipe threaders.
another one is it starts with an R. Ryobi. Is that a good brand, or is that kind of a?
Oh, well, this Rigid's a lot better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Rigid's like.
Okay, now this one here, I'm sharing this one. All right. Okay, this one is the ones with the brushes. Okay, even better, because the ones with the brushes can handle more stuff. And it's the same thing, but the price is cheaper. Check this out. $99.
What's the difference?
This one has brushes, the other ones are brushless.
Okay, so you want brushes or you don't want brushes?
You want brushes.
Well, then that makes no sense. If you want brushes, this is cheap. Oh, whatever.
Now you want brushless because brushless has more power and does not pull as much power from the battery.
Well, I like brushes.
You can get the same set in Cobalt for $99. Each set. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Rigid. I like Cobalt stuff. Okay.
You know how much
I know about Cobalt. I've had a couple of their tools years ago, hand tools. But that Rigid, people talk about it, and it's mostly all good.
Okay. I mean, I've seen people working and use Rigid before. So I assume they were a good brand.
So-
I've seen Ryobi. I've seen DeWalt. I've seen Cobalt, and I've seen
Yeah. Now you get,
Craftsman.
Right.
The main ones that I've seen.
now,
the brushless technology gives you more power, and it also you have more battery life. The brush stuff is old technology, and you do not have as much power. And second, the batteries, they run down faster than brushless.
now, Ken, you said you can get the same set in Cobalt for $99. Does
Yep.
it come with the batteries, or that's just the two?
Nope, it's batteries.
The batteries.
Yep.
Batteries, 2 tools, a charger, and a bag.
I think with that one there, you get one battery.
Oh,
But I mean, there are so many different things out there for buying the Cobalt stuff. I mean, okay, this cabinet,
Right.
Hey.
Camera. There you go.
right? Y'all saw
That's
me.
a lot of blue.
Right now, y'all saw I did the video when I bought the tool cabinet and everything. That was $199.
Is that tool cabinet specifically for Cobalt?
It is Cobalt, okay? But here's the thing. Not only I get the cabinet for $199, it came with an impact driver, the drill, the charger, and the battery.
Wow.
And
one thing I
Yeah.
forgot.
actually, two batteries.
Lifetime parts and service, lifetime on those kits.
On the rigids.
Yeah, batteries too, lifetime.
Yeah.
And Home Depot, this is what he told me. Ted told me that the tool guy that worked at the tool department at Home Depot said, if you have a problem, just don't bring in the one that's giving you a problem. Just bring in the whole kit, the whole set, and I'll give you a brand new set.
Yeah.
So yeah, instead of having to deal with Cobalt online or whatever.
Well, like Ed was saying, brushes are easy to fix and maintain. Little to no chips and technology, but brushes has more power and torque. But you got the multiplier computer and everything. Yeah,
And
they're more.
difficult to repair.
But I mean, it's between a brush and a brushless. I mean, they're always going to be like this. Okay, you're always going to have to wait. There's differences between them, yes, but you got to figure out what is actually going to be better. And one of the main reasons why I stick with my Cobalt, price of the batteries are so much more lower cost wise
Yeah.
compared to everybody else.
Well, I like that rigid deal because of the free batteries for life.
Well, okay, but here's the thing. Like Ed was just saying, you've got to fill out the warranty card.
Yeah.
In order to get that lifetime. So if you don't fill it out, you ain't getting the lifetime warranty.
Well, if I spend money on that, which I ain't got the money to spend on it anyway.
Right.
But I'll tell you something else. If I have my choice right now between the rigid and the DeWalt, which the DeWalt won't be that cheap, I would go for the rigid. And that's saying something for me because I love DeWalt.
Yeah. Well, I've got one DeWalt tool, and that's it. And that's that.
I've had a lot of DeWalt drills and stuff.
Yeah. But like I said, for me, I've already looked. I do need a second battery because the battery that came with it, it's already shot. It won't even charge or anything.
Wait, hang on, hold up. What battery?
The DeWalt battery.
Oh, it's already shot for your DeWalt tool.
Right. Now, mind you, that's the battery it came with it and everything. It's a 6 amp hour battery. Okay. Now, Home Depot, since that's the only place it carries DeWalt Flex. Okay. This is a specific battery for this air compressor. Okay. They were running a special. I don't remember how much it was, but they were running a special on the 9 amp hour battery at the time. It's like, I think it was about $80 cheaper than normal. I jumped at it. I wound up getting it. That's the only battery I've got. Now, for me to go get another 6 amp hour battery, I can go on Home Depot's website. I can order 2 6 amp hour DeWalt FlexVolt batteries, $199.
I have a question.
I'd rather buy 2 of those rigid kits.
I'm not trying to get off this subject, but I'm kind of staying on this subject. And I want everybody in chat to answer this too, because remember, guys, I'm still learning. Best place to buy tools: Lowe's, Home Depot, or Harbor Freight? Everybody answer. Not at one time, but I mean, is it basically 6 in one, half a dozen another? Or does one store have better deals and specials than another store?
Depends on what you want, what tools you want to buy.
Well, I'm thinking more like electrical battery operated that we're talking about.
Okay. Well then,
I'll be right back.
Okay. I just showed that, that kit, rigid kit.
Well, and I'm not talking just for Black Friday. I'm just talking like any day of the week.
Like the saws, the cordless saws, the Sawzall, you know, the reciprocating saw, the one that looks like a garfish, that one I have no use for. I do really, but if I could get a good deal on one, I go to the pawn shop and get one. But electric, I always have caught like when I was doing carpentry work, additions, remodels, building new houses, whatever. You know, a truck full of tools. You know, framing guns, big air compressors, cords, hoses, the works. You know, all the electric tools.
Right.
The only tools I had battery were drills and impact drivers. That's the only tools I had, and those were DeWalt. And
What
that's the only
about
two tools I'll ever get. I will not never buy a kit. Now, if I get one for a Christmas present from wife or whatever, yeah, I'll be glad to have it. But I will not go buy a whole kit with a small saw with a 5-inch, 4.5, 5-inch blade. Will not, don't have no use for that really. And the Sawzall don't. The flashlight, you always get a flashlight with a kit.
Yeah.
No use for that.
Well, like I said, for me, as far as each store is going to be good to go to for specific items. Okay. To me, battery wise, I'm going to Lowe's. Okay. Now, if it's construction stuff or say electrical, plumbing stuff like that, I'm going to Home Depot. Hand tools, I'm going to Harbor Freight.
Mm-hmm.
Raven? Is that kind of your same thing too?
Well, yes and no, because once you get all the information that you need and you know what you're stopping for and you know how much you want to spend
Mhm.
and you want, say you want good quality tools, you're not going to Home Depot, you're not going to Harbor Freight, and you're not going to Lowe's. I'm going
Okay.
to one up you. I'm going to one up you. I'm shopping JDT Co. and stuff like that because the tools that he offers, he will warranty a lot faster than any of the other stores.
Okay. Well, I don't know. What I have around here is I have Lowe's, Home Depot, and Harbor Freight. That's what we have in town. Hang on, I got hands being
But
raised all over
JD
the place.
Chico's online too.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Now, one thing I will say, when it comes to like air tools, I'm not particular. I will say, and I've used it many years. This is a rigid. It's a 15 gauge brad nailer or finish nailer, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah,
Okay.
finish never.
Right now, this is their Fuego line. Okay, this is one of their better ones. I don't have a problem with this. I've got the same thing in
Mm-hmm.
the stapler. It's a kind of it's 1/4 inch stapler, and it can have different sizes. Okay, I've been using like for any of my tables or anything I've been building, I use this as far as putting everything together along with Gorilla Wood Glue. As far as putting like when I hung up all these sheets and everything, I went up using that stapler. As a matter of fact, when I hung up that last one, that's what I had up there. I don't have a problem using multiple brand names. Okay, to me, get the one that's going to be best suited for you as far as what you're going to be doing with it.
I mean, let's face it, Vader. We all know I'm coming out there, so I'm going to get used to Cobalt quicker than I'm going to get used to anything else because that's what you got in the garage.
I know.
Well, it's just what it is.
Cobalt's a really good power tool to have. I mean, you really can't go wrong at the end of the day with Cobalt.
No, I mean, and the price wise, okay, but like I said, like on that air compressor, I need another battery for it because I'm only down to one. And that's the only reason I bought that second one. And the bigger one is when the first one was drained, I could swap out to the second one. But now I'm down to one, so now I need a second battery. Okay, 200 and I think last time I looked at Home Depot it was $239 for one 6 amp hour batteries. They have them stocked,
Mm-mm.
but if I go order online and have it shipped, I can get a 2-pack for $199.
What are you over there?
What is the volt? What kind of battery are you looking for?
It's the 20-volt flex.
And that's what these rigids are, 20 volt.
Right. But that's what this DeWalt is. I'm going to put myself that way.
Make yourself big.
That's what I'm saying.
Ah,
All right.
that's too big.
Wait. It's DeWalt flex volt.
And that's a lithium ion,
Yep, it's lithium ion. It can
60
do either
volt. Wow.
20 or 60. Okay?
Yeah.
This battery here will not take a charge anymore.
It won't.
Nope.
Hey, Maynard, I'm
I've
getting
got-
ready to make your day.
I've got one light on it. I can put it on that charger up there. It will not take a charge.
Maynard,
Now,
I'm getting ready to make your day.
what?
Right now at Home Depot, Wolf Flex Volt 20 to 60 volt max.
You're roboting, Raging. You're roboting.
You're breaking up bad.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Tilt it backwards. Or okay, scroll up just a hair bit. We can't see the price.
I'm getting ready to scroll it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably what I wound up finding.
Uh-huh. And it's got a black.
$199.
That's what I'm saying. I can have it. I can order online and have it shipped to me. They're
Enough.
two 6 amp hour batteries, but I can't pick them up in the store. I'd have to have them shipped to me.
Yeah, unfortunately, batteries they have 1 or 2 specific batteries per tool line that they carry. And
Yeah.
if you want any others, you have to go find it online.
And there's no offense to the big retail people, the 3 stores we're talking about, because I brought them up. But I am all about
Local.
supporting the mom and pop stores too. That
Mhm.
that is like 1 or 2 businesses or whatever. I'm all about support. I'm not saying go there for everything, but if you can go there for wrenches or ratchets or something, I'm
Yeah.
all about supporting those guys before going to Lowe's or Home Depot.
Yeah. Also,
Even if I got to spend an extra $1, I'm okay with it, only because I know I'm supporting
a
Right. Now, see,
family.
what, right now, for me,
someone that's working their butt out versus an LLC.
Now, for me, I'm waiting. Now, I'm hoping that sometime in the near future that Cobalt actually comes out with one of those with a 24-volt air compressor. I'm going perfect because I've got the batteries for it. If
Yeah.
they actually, hey, Tom, but the thing
That's
about it is,
Tom McGee.
but no, the charger is not bad, Tom, because I can put that 9 amp hour battery on it. It'll charge it no problem. The 6
Yeah.
amp hour, no.
Can't you get a replacement for that battery?
No, because I'm not the original purchaser of it.
And it's all almost
No,
as old as he is.
no, Ken. I'm learning, and when they start talking about them, I ask questions because
Yeah.
Mater's got enough freaking power and hand tools
Right.
for me and him to go around, especially when we go to build a house. I mean, he's got.
Yeah.
But I'm learning, so that way I know if I ever decide to go out and just start buying my own stuff for my own whatever. I have a little bit of knowledge so that I walk in there like a complete nerd.
Noob.
Yeah.
Now this
So I'm gonna be a
battery
noob.
here, right now, one thing I will say, if I'm looking at this correct, the stamp and everything on it, it says from 2017, so it's a 5-year-old battery.
Yeah. It's way the heck out of warranty.
Yeah, that's the thing there. Now I can look at my Cobalt ones, and on it, like this one here, 5 of 22. So it's not that old of a battery. So this one here is still under warranty.
Anthony, Ed said you're running for those missing 2 millimeter sockets, huh?
Everybody keeps going for them.
But that's the thing about with DeWalt, as far as
10 millimeters equal to what? 9/16?
3/8.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's in between 3/8 and 7/16.
Okay.
But thing about it is, money for the price that Radium was showing
Mhm.
for that 2-pack of the 6 amp hour batteries, I can buy 4 4 amp hour cobalt batteries
Oh, okay.
for
See?
cheaper, for a lower price.
I'm learning. Hey, there's Mr. Rigged.
Yep, there he is. We were talking about him.
What's up, 710? Rick.
He heard his name. He had to come up.
Yep. But
Well, I wish he would start coming up on panel because he'll come up on
Right.
Cajun, but he won't come on.
But that, to me, that's one of the main reasons why I like buying the Cobalt, because the price on them is so much cheaper. As far, I mean, I can buy 2 batteries. I can buy 2 4 amp hour batteries without the charger for $99.
Okay.
Now, and that comes with
Goodbye.
a 3-year warranty.
Now they do have an option. You can buy 3 9 amp hour batteries in the Flex Vault for like $485.
I have another question, and I'm sorry about this. Why? I'm learning. Why do they make certain things standard and certain things metric?
Other
The
countries.
US is standard, everybody else is metric.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Europe is on the metric system, and so is Mexico as far as
Yep.
stuff. But the U.S. has always been standard, which we
Yeah.
actually got from the British. Now, what's really weird is in Britain they actually have a third set of tools that is not standard. It's not metric. It's in between.
What
Yeah.
the-
Yeah.
Yep.
They have a weird one over there even.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll talk to Lorna about that one.
on my crochet hooks. I have 3 different designations for them. I have US, which is like the 5mm. I have the US, that's H. Canada, I forgot what theirs is, but they have something. And then Europe, the European nation is millimeter, so 5mm.
Isn't Canada? Do they do kilometer? I know driving they
Yep.
do kilometer. I was trying
Well,
to say
they do have a lot of the metric, but when it comes to crochet hooks, there's 3 different. And I'm like,
I know when I was right on there with truck driving. I know when we went into Canada, I looked at the bridges and I'm like, the hell do they mean by 4-point-something meters? I'm like, oh, they're on a different system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're on
Metric system. Canada is metric system.
that's just like I said, down in Mexico, you can't
I-
buy a gallon of gas. You have to buy a liter of gas.
Yeah, I just thought these people with their metric and their standard just wanted to confuse the out of me.
Right.
I thought,
Now, like I said, now over in the UK, they actually have both. They actually have standard and metric when it comes to certain things.
I'll stick with gold and silver. It's easy.
Right. But then, I mean, like here in the US, we have dollars. Over there, they have pounds.
Right,
Okay.
or they have yeah.
okay, I lied. It was
Pence.
the US that has 2 different for hooks. H8 or the 5mm.
Yep.
And the US, UK, and Canada, they also have numbers, but their numbers are different than what we use.
And
So
it's just like, she was saying, like what Anthony was saying. Okay, like 10mm, that's just a hair bigger than 3/8, and 13mm is just a hair bigger than 1/2 inch, and then 14mm is about like a 9/16. But I mean, for the longest time here in the United States, being a mechanic and everything, you did everything that was standard. It wasn't up until started getting a lot of the cars that were imported from Europe and say the Orient, Japan, China, stuff like that.
Hyundai,
But
the
saying right,
Volkswagen.
but that was over. You start getting like I said, European, and anything from the Far East, they're on the metric system. So then that's why cars like Germany,
Let me-
Yugoslavia, anything
Yes,
like that.
Devin.
they're on
Yes.
So let me ask you this. So the older, say Ford and Chevys, they would have been like the older ones. They would have been on a standard system back then, but I'm certain nowadays
Right, all
they're
your-
on
all
a
your-
metric because it's all made over.
Right. All your Fords, anything, all your GM, Chrysler, Ford cars from back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and up into the mid 70s, you could work on them, and I think even actually up into the 80s on some, you could work on them with nothing but standard set of sockets and wrenches.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The older
Right.
vehicles, you could. I'm sure everything in there is probably standard, but
Right.
nowadays it's probably all friggin' metric.
Some is now, like on my Caliber I've got. Some of the stuff is standard, some of it's metric. And that was one of the things, like when I did that video on placing that intake manifold. Those bolts and nuts are all 13 millimeter, but unfortunately, Harbor Freight does not have in their metric, they do not have a 13 millimeter nut driver that's magnetic. They only go up to 12 millimeter.
Okay.
So I was actually having to use the half inch, and it would barely be on the bolt or nut, and I had to be very careful when I was sticking it up in there to get it started.
When was the
That's what
last
people-
year? If anybody knows the answer, and people in chat, not just people in panel, when was the last year, if ever, Ford and Chevy were no longer American made, and they
Yeah.
started putting that overseas?
Well,
Was that
they
60s,
had
70s?
Mexico assembling in Mexico certain stuff.
Because I remember the Ford plants and everything was
Detroit.
when it first came out. It was all in Detroit. But when did that kind of go away? Was that Depression era, or was it World War II
No,
era? Or
Oh
was it
no.
Now, well,
What
like that.
president-
Way
Yeah.
after that. Way after the Depression.
Well, okay. Also, like
Junior.
this, I know for a fact that '93 Dodge truck I had, and I even believe the '97 that I've got, it was actually made in Canada.
Yeah, I
but-
think Johnny's truck was made in Canada too.
But now Dodge
Part
did-
of it.
Right now, they actually had a plant. Now we're talking back in the 30s and 40s. Ford, if you look at the 351, okay, 351 Windsor was made in Canada. It's Windsor, Canada. And the only reason they called it that is because that's the plant where that was made at.
What's the 303? Is that a Chevy I'm thinking of?
That's
Was that a
British.
Ford?
That's a British hole puncher.
No, I've heard of somebody saying they have a
Well, you got
303 in their under the hood now.
they got probably like a 305 or 307.
Maybe a 307. That's what.
Okay, that would be a Chevy.
Okay, Chevy.
Now 303, like I said, that's that British cordless hole puncher.
Now, when it comes to Ford and Chevy, and I know everybody has their opinions on them, are Chevys built to like at a certain mileage? You got to just start replacing things, and Ford kind of is all cars that way at a certain point. You know, for like car people, or mechanics, when you get to like certain mileage, this is going to start going. This is going to start going. You kind of know when you go to buy a car, at what point they're going to start slowly with different cars and mileage.
Each manufacturer is going to have their own recommendations, and it doesn't matter if it's a car, truck, motorcycle, moped, even an airplane. Okay, each manufacturer is going to have their own specifications as far as when certain maintenance has to be done on the vehicle. Okay. And give you a good example, the Japanese, because when I worked in a Japanese repair shop, they would say 60,000 miles, if you've got a car that has a timing belt, change the belt, okay? Because that was the life expectancy on a timing belt. Same way in a timing gear set, because the Toyota, that's one thing we had a lot of come in, that Toyota 22R motor. They would say 50 to 60,000 miles, put a brand new gear set on there. The engine can be sitting there running fine. It's not that you have to deal with, it's all the other components in there. My 92 Dakota pickup I had the 2.5 4-cylinder. 60,000 miles, when it got to that time, I knew for a fact I'm changing that timing belt, because I've seen so many things happen where people would go 80, 90,000 miles without doing it, and then, oh, well, my car won't start. Well, duh, your timing belt is shot, and let's see, the teeth on it are gone, the belt's gotten around the crank, and you got valves that are sitting there open, you got the pistons coming up, slapping it. Now you're looking at, another valve job plus timing belt and maybe a piston.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Harley Davidson, they have a scheduled maintenance as far as they tell you how many miles you need to do this on your bike. And it can be, 5,000 miles, change the oil.
All right, when someone says you blew a head gasket, does that mean you got a motor
Ouch.
apart and redo motor,
Well,
or
Just the
No.
top end.
Just the top end of the motor. So what
Yeah,
that means is, right. Well, what that means is on the cylinder head, you've got the gasket there, and there's a metal fire ring that goes around the top of the cylinder, in between the cylinder and the head.
Okay.
When they say blow a head gasket, that means that fire ring has gone, and all your compression and everything is going out past all that.
okay?
Or you've got a spot in the gasket material that's, say, going between the oiling area
Darn
to the cylinder or the cooling area.
And what my
Right.
last question is, what is it when? Because I had this happen. I can't remember what they said. They took out a spark plug, and there was oil in the spark plug.
That
Yeah,
means
that's
you've got
well.
oil going in the cylinder.
Yeah, it's
But
probably
from-
coming from the rings
They called
or
it
the
something
head
else. I don't
gasket.
remember what they called it.
Give me rings, it could be the rings, head gasket, or could even be the intake seat.
That's what I think they said. Intake manifold or something like that.
Well, no, it could be the intake valve seal that's leaking, because every
Oh,
time
okay.
you got to consider that you got oil up on top of the head that's lubricating everything. Now your intake valve, it's got a seal on there to seal that valve and everything on the top. And every time that valve opens, it's that piston sucking all that air and everything in there. So if you've got that seal that's gone, it's going to be sucking in air from the intake manifold, but it's
Okay.
also going to be sucking in oil from the
Okay.
top of the head.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's half a dozen things that need to be looked at in order to fix the right one. But just looking at it's going to cost you more money than actual fixing the
Yeah,
problem.
because they said
Right.
they have to. On this one, they said they had to put it on a diagnostic machine to find out
Yeah.
what was wrong,
Right. It's
which
like
was
Briggs-
$110. I was like, what the?
right. Well, like what Briggs was saying, like his Toyota. Okay, so many thousand miles, sit there and adjust the valves, and everything else they will tell you. If you get the owner's manual, like I said, it doesn't matter if it's a Japanese-made car, a German, Yugoslavian, British, American.
No, Ed, that's not that's what she said. That's it's a female, so let me take her money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
That's
thing about it is, each manufacturer is going to tell you in the owner's manual, and you'll find it at the very back. It tells you at so many thousand miles, this is what you need to do. Okay, good example. I know we talk about Harbor Freight all the time. They're Predator engines. Okay, in the owner's manual, they tell you when you first get that engine, put gas in the tank and fill it up with certain type of oil, and let it sit there and run for an hour, just idle. Just you do not do anything. We'll let that engine sit there and idle for a break-in period.
Mhm.
Then drain the oil out of it and put this recommended oil back into it. You're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on any Predator. It's probably on the Honda clone engines. It doesn't matter. Or any, it doesn't matter. You can probably find that on Briggs and Stratton engines. Kohler. Any-
Actually, Dad has done that.
Yeah.
Dad on he did it on a Briggs and on a Tecumseh.
Yep.
He took a Briggs and he bored a 4-horse out to a 10, and he literally had that engine cleaned. It was brand new.
Yeah.
So he did that breakout, and then he took a 16 into a 24 bore for the Tecumseh.
But that's the thing, Billy, is the fact is that it doesn't matter. Each manufacturer is going to have their own, as they say, recommended time frame
Yeah.
to do that. So you can have, if you do, it doesn't matter what kind of vehicle, okay? Like take Rajan's Volvo, okay? He knows for a fact that he's probably got the owner's manual or he knows about it. But he knows that he can go, say, 20,000 miles before he has to have an oil change. Okay? Now, I don't know that for a fact. I'm just putting that out there as an example. Okay? And if you look at a lot of the rigs and everything,
100,000.
okay,
Well, he's saying 400,000.
40.
But for a semi these days, they say anywhere between 40 and 60,000 miles.
Okay.
okay, but say we're 40,000 miles. Okay, so on that rig of his, he has to get the oil change every 40,000 miles. Okay, it's not really going to hurt. Say he's out in the middle of a run, and he can't get to a station to have it serviced. So he gets 45,000. That's not going to hurt it. But when you hit 70, 80, 90,000 miles in between oil
You
changes,
haven't had that done. You're
right.
risking blowing the engine.
Well, the fact is, one, your oil is really contaminated and dirty.
Yeah.
Second, your oil filter is getting that much. It's trying to clean all that dirt and everything, so it's going to be getting clogged up more and more to where it's not allowing oil to flow through it, which means you're getting less and less oil to the engine.
I'm thieving.
But the thing about it is, if you do the scheduled maintenance, that's why a lot of the rigs and everything, you'll see them, and Briggs will probably agree, you'll see them get 900,000 miles on them, and they're still going.
I tell you this much. I'm still looking for that stupid compartment in the cars where these mechanic shops around here still charge for blinker fluid. I'm still trying to figure out where to put that in.
Wait, I couldn't hardly hear you, Money. What'd you say?
I'm still looking for the compartment in these cars where the mechanics around here still try to charge for that blinker fluid. I haven't found the compartment yet.
The reservoir, huh?
Apparently.
Yeah, you're looking for the blinker fluid reservoir, like the wiper, the windshield fluid reservoir.
The last one I went to, it had
coolant.
no. I'm not even lying. $49.99 blinker fluid. I went.
They were playing a joke on you.
Yeah.
That's
Then
all right,
look at
because-
him and say, "Okay, you want to hand me back $50? Hand me
No,
back
I
$100?"
actually took it to the manager and I got my own bill for free.
Well,
Yep.
I tell you what,
I said this might have been a nice prank, but the Better Business Bureau is a one phone call away. Sir, it's taken care of. Have a nice day.
Yeah, there you go. Wow.
Now you're talking about that. Now I did have one guy, talking about it a while back. He goes, "Well, on the new cars, they don't have a reservoir, so what you have to do is you have to drill a small hole into where the turn signal and everything is, the lens, and you have to fill that up.
Fill it up. Yeah.
You have to fill it up that way." And some guy was literally going, "Really? I got to put it in where the bulb and everything is?"
Okay, I'm not that. No. Skullish.
Yes, I know about the 5-minute warning. I'm keeping an eye on the time. But no, that's the thing is,
William, go ahead, William.
I hear that all the time. Oh, it's time to take your summer air out and put winter air in.
Yeah.
Or, hey, it's getting winter time. It's time to change polarity on your battery. That way your heater will work and not the air conditioner.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
yeah.
hey, now this ain't no joke. Johnny Vess's buddy, me and Johnny's buddy, Aaron Roy, he charged his battery negative. Okay, he hooked the charger up backwards on his lawnmower, riding mower battery.
Uh-huh.
His battery went dead. He charged it up, but the opposite way.
Yeah, he reversed the polarity on it.
Yeah. So Johnny took the battery out, brought it to the shop, put a light on it or something. Well, down here we have a lot of 12-volt light bulbs and 24-volt light bulbs for marine use.
Hey,
And
Nancy.
he owns a marine shop, so he handles 12-volt bulbs. So he slowly drained the battery, very slow with that. I think it was a 25 or 40 watt bulb, and then he put his commercial charger on it after the battery is completely dead, and charged it up the right way. Never hurt the battery one bit. But
Mm-mm.
yeah, it took Aaron Roy to charge his battery with a positive ground.
Now, I do. Now, there are some battery chargers now, like the trickle charger I've got. It will not charge if the polarity is reversed. It actually knows that, hey, something's wrong,
Right.
and it will not charge the battery. If it detects that, now there's a lot of battery chargers out that are built now that actually have that built in, where it will not charge if
Right.
the polarity is reversed.
Right. Just like your little power supply, when your heater was drawing too many amps, it was blowing the little reset button on the back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Got all the
the thing-
safety measures on them.
Right. Well, the thing about it is that heater it has to draw so many amps and everything, but that little power supply thing I had, it wasn't able. It couldn't put out enough.
Right. Didn't have enough ass on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's a safety feature built into that. I was comparing that to, like you was talking about the battery chargers. They have that safety feature built in, so
Yep.
you don't blow the battery up in your face.
Mhm.
Oh, and Briggs reminded me. It's like one day this blonde, she bought a car and everything, and she was saying she has no problem driving around during the daytime, but at night she has a problem. It won't go anywhere. So she put it in D for drive for daytime, but she put
Oh.
it in for nighttime driving.
That means they ain't got no business driving at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at the cornstarch gas. He really wants to make a slurry.
Out of three of us, me, Johnny, and Missy, I'm the only one that can drive at night. I'm the only one that can see. Both of them have that night blindness. Johnny, he's worse off because he's getting cataracts.
Yeah.
So and if you got a dirty windshield, headlights at night, I mean, it's like
Instead of
Nothing but
normal, they're
glare.
like 10
glare,
times.
glare, yeah. And Johnny's scared, man. I'm like, Johnny, I'm driving. We was coming back from my cousin's funeral in Kaplan, and dark had caught us. And we were coming back from Kaplan, had to go all the way up to Crowley, then up to Eunice. Yeah, dark caught us. I took over. You scared the hell out of me. He was doing 15. He'd slow down, and then he'd weave, go on the shoulder. I said, that's it. I'm driving.
All right, well, got less than a minute to go, so I need to get this shut down because got trash and everything get set up and everything out for in the morning. And
Our trash is out for the morning.
yeah, well,
You got a honey-do list.
Yeah, well, Monday night is trash night because they come pick it up around between 6 and 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
So,
Usually about 7:15, they're already out
They
there.
used to pass at 4:30 here. Now they pass at 3:30 in the afternoon.
So,
Yep.
anyways, I need to get this shut down. That way I can get in, get everything out here all shut down, get inside, do a few other things, get some dinner. So,
nah.
Raging, we're going to start with you tonight.
All right, everybody. Y'all have a good week. Have a good
Sorry,
Thanksgiving. But like I always say, y'all keep those wheels spinning, your beavers grinning, and we'll catch you on the next.
All right.
Crystal, you next.
Nope.
Cajun,
Nope.
you're next.
No, Billy.
Have a good night, all. Until next time, this is Money Maniac signing out. Y'all have a good night.
All right, everybody. Y'all know it. It's good being north of the grass. Be safe. Stay that way, please. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later.
Oh,
Yep.
and happy
Lucha.
Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Have
Y'all
Oh,
have a
happy
happy
Thanksgiving, everybody.
Stay safe, and we'll catch you on Wednesday.
All
And
right.
wash your damn hands.
Yeah. I appreciate everybody that's been up in panel and in chat and everything. And thank you for everybody congratulating me on finally hitting 400 subs. I didn't think I was ever going to get there. But, yep, I finally got there. So, and Briggs, no, I hadn't got the test done yet, hadn't got the money yet for it. But I appreciate everybody. And like I said, Wednesday night, go live again. And what I plan on doing is right after that stream, which I might start early Wednesday night, because I plan on going live on Crystal and I's cooking channel, because we're going to be doing the getting everything ready for Thanksgiving meal. So everything's got to be done prior, so you get a chance to see everything we're going to be having, or some of it, at least, because I got to do the cranberry sauce and everything, or cranberry relish, and getting the chicken and everything ready. So
My
Y'all
chicken's getting pulled out and put in the icebox morning.
Well, 710, that is very sweet of you. I know it's the holidays, and thank you so much for wanting to do a giveaway to your medical stash that you always talk about. It's very nice. Thank you.
And Briggs, I appreciate that, but like I said, with me not working, there's no way. Now, if you want to donate it, that's fine. I would not turn it down if you want to donate. But like I said, I have no way of being able to pay something like that back, especially right now, filing bankruptcy and everything, and not having a job at this time. But like I said, I appreciate the offer. But like I said, Wednesday night, like I said, probably want doing a live stream on the cooking channel. So we'll figure out between now and then as far as what time that's going to all happen, and that live stream Wednesday night. All I can say is appreciate everybody being here. Till then, everybody, y'all stay safe and God bless.
Good night.
Bye.